individual soul and universal soul. So let's understand this one. So universal soul is that consciousness principle, which I told you is infinite. It's available here, it's available in Timbuktu, it's available in Japan, it's available in the universe, it's available outside the universe, all the time, eternally available. It's the universal soul, consciousness principle, or you can call it the spirit. If you recall, I mentioned the world consists of two things. One is the spirit / the consciousness, or in Sanskrit, we have given the name Brahman. So this is the Brahman, which is the original, pure, all-pervading consciousness. Nobody can touch that consciousness. At whatever cost, nobody can touch that consciousness. It will be there. You cannot cut this consciousness and split it and say, let me take part of this great consciousness and I will hold on to it all the time. Impossible. You must be only dreaming if you can cut the consciousness. It is one uniform, pure substance, all the time prevailing, here and beyond this world. That's universal soul or consciousness. Now comes the individual soul. We had explained this earlier. If you remember, the reflection comes from the original consciousness and hits the human mind, which is also a reflecting medium. Otherwise, it would have been an insentient, subtle matter. As long as it is borrowing this reflection from the original consciousness, it becomes sentient. Otherwise, it's equal to a piece of wood, cannot do anything, just lying there, only reflecting the consciousness to say, I am existing to other people. So if the consciousness reflection is not accepted and absorbed by the human mind, it's just the same as a piece of wood. Then it reflects it again to the other parts of the body, including the brain. Therefore, it lends sentiency to the insentient physical body. There you can see that one. So this is exactly how the body, mind, brain, all of them function. I said we need to move from associating with the incidental reality to the intrinsic reality. Why is it so difficult? Now we know everything. It's so simple, right? I have I, consciousness. I have I, body and mind. Why can't I move? What's stopping me from going there? You need to know what is the obstacles that come in the way. First of all, lack of knowledge. Nobody teaches us this. Such an important information, because when I talk about what it can do to you, you will realize, my goodness, why didn't we learn this when we were 5 years old? That's a question that will come to you if you're serious about this discussion. So let's understand what are those obstacles. So layers covering the treasure inside. The treasure is the consciousness. So here is the difficulty, the obstacle in the mind. In layer 1, there is impurities. All the mental problems are coming because of these impurities. What is the cause of this impurity? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madam, Matsaryam, Raga, Dvesham. 8. The 2 I have not given here. Desire, anger, greed, delusion, vanity, arrogance, and jealousness, competitiveness. Are all these things prevalent in our body, in our mind? You must be all saint if you don't have these things. I don't require this discussion at all. We need to get rid of this. And the sadhana or the discipline here for that is the karma yoga practice. Lifestyle changes and cleansing of the mind. Then comes the second layer, which is the turbulence layer. All the mental restlessness that we go through every day in our lives is because of this layer. This is where the propensity, energy propensities, SRT is sitting. And SRT will all the time be fighting with each other. We have a chapter on SRT. We'll be discussing that later. The Sattva, Rajas, Tamas Gunas. This is happening because its tendency is to be outward going. Extrovertedness all the time. It wants to see something outside. Nothing to see inside. It doesn't like inside. I need that. I need this. All driven by the first portion of desire, anger, all that stuff. Aids this second layer to be in the state of turbulence. And to bring that to a state of calmness, you need the upasana yoga, the meditation for calming the mind. Then comes the last layer called the avarana or ajnana, which is ignorance that we have. Again, ignorance is nothing to do with the academic ignorance, but it's the ignorance of not knowing your reality, the intrinsic reality, that I am the source of the security, peace, and happiness. I am the source. You don't know that. Therefore, you're all the time battling with this world of duality and suffering on account of that. The only answer to that question is Jnana Yoga, which is coming from Vedanta portion, which is what you're going to get now in the Advaita, in the applied Vedanta concept.